what's up, everyone?
Versus Gul'dan. Your soul
So this
shall
is going to be a Hearthstone game, and I'm going to show you guys my rogue deck. I got Betrayal, Cold Blood. Sometimes I have two Cold Bloods in my deck. Sometimes, two Cold Bloods in my deck. Sometimes just one, because I actually switch everything around. Yeah, guys, I'll show you my deck at the end of the game. And my most recent switch in my deck was I took out my Pilot Shredder for a 4/4 rogue card that gives stealth, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her in. Now, guys, I'll show you at the end of the video. I'm gonna do Divine and her. She's a 1/1 with Divine Shield. I have her for my Blood Knight, and I have her for doing combos because she's only 1 cost. And I always like going second turn with a rogue because I have the coin, which gives me a combo. And notice I got I have a Noyatron, which they both have a Divine Shield, and I like to get my Blood Knight in the 3rd turn and probably get him 9/9. But I actually don't have as many Divine Shield minions in my deck as I used to with my rogue. And my rogue is my favorite champion and favorite deck. So I always have a use for Brewmaster. He's been in my deck forever. After my Emperor, Thurstan, whatever you say, the Emperor, I had him in my deck ever since.
Put this apple on your head.
Ever since I got Black Rock Mountain complete. And you see that Noyatron has Divine Shield and Taunt. He lost his Divine Shield. And this Scarlet Crusader is just messing him up with this +5/+5. It's gonna be rough for him. He's gonna need a heal bot or something. And I noticed I'd probably take him off because like the Knife Juggle is gonna keep doing damage to him, so just take out the Noyatron. And I could have took out the Knife Juggle, but I figure, yeah, he'd have to play well to kill me. So I got Betrayal in my deck. Sometimes I take it out, and
Tazdingo.
oh no, not Dustingo. I don't know, his name is like Sentient Shield Master, but he calls itself Dustingo. I don't know. So could get
I fight.
sometimes it's hard to get Edwin Van Cleef combo out. He's like usually my main 2 cards were Edwin Van Cleef and the Blood Knight. Now I'm using Toshly. He's actually really good with Edwin Van Cleef. I'm gonna take out that Knife Juggler so he doesn't kill my Scarlet Crusader with that bonus buff. And yeah, my deck, like my higher cards are Nefarion, Cormagus, and I didn't really have anyone to recall, so I was gonna bring him out. I didn't know what to do.
Here we go.
And actually, I've got my heal bot used like 3 times with him, and now I'll show you. At the end of the video, I'll show you guys like some things I learned with the rogue, with my rogue deck, and yeah, it always resets me at the end of the month. I'm 11/19. I'm supposed to be at least 5 levels lower than this. So here we go. Micro Machine. Yeah, I used to have him back in the day in my rogue deck, back when I first started. But I'm trying to stay away from too many mechs in my deck. And so I figure I'm gonna use Betrayal. But if I use Betrayal on a Micro Machine, he's not gonna kill anybody. So I just want to use the Betrayal as at least an execute spell, at least get the Micro Machine out of the way. And that Void Walker or whatever, the Void guy, the demon, he's not gonna die. So I figure I'm just gonna use it on him, even though that looks kind of stupid. And sometimes you could get real big hits with a Betrayal, and it almost looks like it's overpowered, but it's really not that overpowered because sometimes there's only 1 or 2 cards, and like the Betrayal doesn't do, it kind of sucks once in a while. So it's not an overpowered card, trust me. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But it's a low mana cost, but I could replace it with a Blade Fury and was a Blade Fury or something like that. I only have 1 Blade Fury in my deck right now. And Cold Blood, Blade Fury, usually people have 2 and 2 in every deck. And that guy actually messed up. He should have attacked with his Crocolisk before.
You're in trouble now.
And he shouldn't have played there because he should use his Sense Demons. He doesn't have any cards and he's low health. So I just want to give you a sample of my deck. Atashli
All of you.
gives you spare part at the beginning and the end. And I get the guys really low health with this Emperor, so I could use combos with Van Cleef, but I had to use Van Cleef because you can't wait too long. You can't still play your cards too long, even though he's only 4/4. I usually get him out 6/6 the majority of the time. Sometimes 8/8, sometimes 12/12. But I don't play him too hard because remember, he just always assassinates spells and stuff. He has his own assassinate spell, so if I'm gonna win the game. Give you a taste of my deck. I'm going to show you my deck at the end of the game. That kind of was a kind of an easy one-sided game, but I wanted to upload something. So I'll upload 52. Okay, what's up everyone? So this is my rogue deck. I'm going to show you guys. It's a preview and I'm going to go through them one by one. And then give you guys some tips. I mean, some of you guys might be pro, better at rogue than me. Some of you, but likely not better than me at rogue. So here we go. Cold Blood, for it goes with Blade Fury. It goes with Blade Fury. Good. Deadly Poison goes to power up in Blade Fury. She's good 1 mana cost for the Blood Knight, so he goes over her Divine Shield, and for Edmund Van Cleef for doing combos. And Betrayal is very good. Sometimes it's mediocre. Sometimes it's not very good. So it's a little bit of a risk. But I kind of like it because I think overall it's like at least medium good or better. Blade Fury, like everybody has this in their deck. Like for Rogue, I had to actually craft to get it. Sap. And I actually switched a couple cards in and out of my deck. I'll show you guys in a minute. Annoyatron for Divine Shield, Taunt, and good late game. I just use him basically as a spell card. This Island Break Owl, really good because the silence you could really power down, like especially when Priest does big buffs. Use for Brewmaster. I could use my Healbot toys, use my other guy's toys. Big Game Hunter. He's actually the newest one in my deck. I could use him twice with the use of Brewmaster. He's actually kind of like an assassinate for a legendary. Good. He's good for taking on like guys like Dr. Boom and Blood Knight. He's kind of the guy I've been talking about the whole, forever. I had guys just surrender as soon as they see the Blood Knight. I get them 9, 12 really early in the game. It's just ridiculous. But I actually have some of my guys with Divine Shield out, so he's a little bit powered down compared to what he used to be. Like, he used to just freaking make guys surrender right off the bat, but he's still good. But I have some of my newer rogue cards in, which you will see in a minute. Scarlet Crusader, I actually took her in and out of my deck a few times because sometimes I had actually some mechs in my deck. I just put her back in because I think she's really good, but she's really bad against Warlight because he has a spell that could do 1 damage and silence her. And basically kill in 1 hit with 1 or 2, I think 1 or 2 mana cost. Harvest Golem, he's just good, well rounded. If he dies, he comes back as a 2/1 damage golem. Scarlet Crusader, I already said her. Him, I seen other rogues play him for a long time, and I never had him in my deck for a while. And he's really good. He's kind of like one of these. He's kind of like doing a backstab, kind of like a backstab, but in a way, a combo combined with the card. And this guy, this is good. I see some people having 2 in the deck. I only have 1 in my deck because sometimes it's kind of high mana cost. Sometimes I don't have preparation in my deck. I actually don't own that card, but preparation you could use with this card. And I know a lot of people are good with this card, but I only like having 1 in my deck. It's just the way I played Rogue. Defender of Argus. Yeah, he's really good. Overall, I need extra guys with Taunt half the time and to protect my hero late game and mid game and everything. And this is the guy. I really like him. Jeeves is just good cards. Sometimes I don't like playing because he helps the other guy. He helps the enemy out. But overall, I don't like getting low cards with Rogue, so I like him. Madness of Disguise. They actually had Pilot Shredder, and for the longest time, Pilot Shredder. Where is he? I had Pilot Shredder, so yeah, I could just replace her with Pilot Shredder. I actually only had her in for a few games, so I mean, really, I should be showing you guys this guy because this is a guy I had in forever. But I mean, I tried to try to like be creative with her, like put a micro machine on her and stealth her. I mean, stealth the micro machine with her because she gives permanent stealth, unlike the robot parts that only give stealth in one turn. So she could really do some crazy stuff, but trying to get 2 cards at the same time is hard to do. It's not likely. So I actually took the micro machine out of my deck when I was experimenting. It takes a while to get 2 cards at the same time early game. It's just like kind of a low probability. Assassinate, I got the holographic of it, of course, and I only have 1 in my deck instead of 2 because I got Big Game Hunter and I got other things. I don't like taking up too many space with too many spell cards. And Sap, sometimes I take it out of my deck, but I actually think I'm just gonna leave it in because I kind of like. Okay, now Dark Iron Skulker. Yeah, he's basically. Sometimes I used to have 2 of them in my deck until I got Blade Fury. He's really good with his Paladin, taking out his Silverhand recruits. And I remember this guy I could use I could use this guy twice because of my Youthful Brewmaster. The guy, this is just an awesome card actually, which is a really good card. Harrison Jones, I mean, he just goes so well with Rogue the way I play here because he destroys the weapon, and even if I'm playing versus a mage, he's like a little bit underpowered versus mage because mage never has a weapon. But I mean, versus warrior, other rogues, I kill other rogues so bad when I'm in a mirror war. Ogre Ninja, he's actually kind of new. He's not the card I've used the most. Not the card I used the most, but basically he's 50%. He could kill guys that don't have taunt by hitting the wrong guy sometimes, and he's actually strong for a 5 mana cost. He's the strongest thing for 5 mana cost, like compared to like 6/6 with stealth. Like rogue, I mean mage can't hit him with fireball, so it's definitely a good thing. Okay, so Emperor, he makes everything low mana cost. Doing combos. He's never gonna leave this deck. Okay. Sunwalker, I used to have Sunwalker, and I used to have this guy Archer Commander, but I actually took him out because I got Toshli, which is the next guy I'm gonna show you. Toshli, spare parts good with Edmund Van Cleef. Good for hiding guys against mage and spells for the next turn. Sometimes I could actually recall him with one of his spare parts and actually get even more spare parts. It gets actually crazy. So he's pretty cool. I like this guy a lot. And I got him in a pack randomly, and he just fit right in my rogue deck. I was like, ooh, this is nice. Chromagus doubling my cards. Getting extra cards, just like the Jeeves and the other guy. Jeeves and Harrison Jones. And Nefarian, I do real good with these damages and stuff. Spells. It's awesome things could happen with Nefarian. It's always like fun to play him. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get epic cards. Sometimes you get cards that don't do anything. Rarely, but and Molten Core, I usually use him with get the rogue low, hit Defender of Argus, and then get Taunt on him, so he's gonna make him 9/9, and then put out the heal bot after. See, I'm not gonna go through every card. It would take too long. I mean, I'm talking a lot here, so I wanna. Advantage I used to have in my deck, I don't have anymore. Sprint I don't have in my deck anymore. If I perfect my road deck, one of these 2 cards or even both might get back in, or if I get Preparation, the epic spell card, I might put it back in. I don't use these cards anymore. Ogre Ninja, I got him in a pack. I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna stay in my deck because I usually switch my deck around to try to perfect it. So he's staying in for now because he's been doing pretty good so far because the stealth actually helps a lot. Massive Disguise, I don't know how long she's staying in. I'll show you guys that. Phantom Knives I don't actually use, but a lot of people do. A lot of people use it. I don't have any of these like mech spells. I might mess with them if I get them in the pack, but I'm not gonna craft for them. Okay, so a lot of gang up. I think these are only good with a blue Murloc. I think I don't use these like 1 and 2 damage cards. It's just actually kind of like wait. This is the reason why people use this is because it gives you a card, and the same with the Shiv. It gives you a card but does 1 damage. So Betrayal I have in my deck. I had these guys in my deck the majority of the time. I'm gonna put them back in. I'm gonna try to squeeze them back in. I really like this guy. an antique art, and this guy actually took him out because I was messing with my deck. So he really should be in my deck. And this is actually, he should be in my deck. I should replace him. I actually took out Discard. My deck's been being mixed around because I think I took him off of my big game hunter. I gotta squeeze him into the deck. It's hard to squeeze guys in sometimes. And Deadly Poison, I only got one in my deck, not two, like a lot of people do. Conceal, give the guy stealth. I've tried to experiment with this. I haven't really done any real big plays with it, so I actually kind of don't really like to conceal too much. And this all the 1 mana cost cards. All the 3 damage shooter here. I never use that. I used to have head crack and I didn't use it, so I just don't like this card since it's a strike. It's just a strike, and that's about it. And I'm just gonna do some videos. I'm not gonna talk this long. I'm only gonna make a video this long on Rogue. But yeah, that robot should be definitely in my deck. This goblin, and sometimes I always do go with the Defiance ringleaders, but I take them out of the deck because sometimes you get new mechs, and I had the spider tank in my deck for a little while, and I took them out, and I had the mech warpers in my deck, and I took them out, but I mean, this is the majority of my deck right now, minus this guy should be the pilot shredder for her. So that's about it, guys, and thanks for watching. I know I talked a lot, but I mean, this is only for people that are like technical about the game. I mean, hearing me ramble on is blah blah blah. So that's it, guys, because this is my favorite deck. So that's it. Bye. This is my Rogue deck from July 2015, and you notice it's a little bit different. I got a Dark Iron Dwarf in there. A couple cards are a little bit different. So that's it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.